So 12.1, Intro to Solids. We're going to be dealing with 3D solids. Come here. Okay, with 3D solids, that means three-dimensional. Okay, I asked you to put your phone away. Alright, three-dimensional shapes means that they have three parts to them. Now, normally when we were doing like rectangles and parallelograms, we just had base and height. Do you need to move forward? Okay. Three-dimensional shapes that have length, width, and height. So there's three parts to them. They have length, width, and height. Samir, put away your phone. So when we're talking about three-dimensional shapes, these are shapes we can actually hold, that we can actually look at, that we can move. Okay, but what's hard is that as we're working with them, they are going to be drawn on paper. So paper is two-dimensional, but as we're looking at these, we're talking about three-dimensional shapes like this. Okay? So things we can actually hold and touch, and that's the goal of this chapter, is for you guys to look and see. You have to match what this looks like to the one that it looks like drawn. Okay? Which this one should have one. It should be, oh, it's not quite. It's almost this one, but not quite. All right, so we're going to start with prisms. Okay, prisms have two congruent bases. Two congruent bases, and what does congruent mean again? Equal, same, so two bases that are the same. And they're connected by what kind of sides do we have? So in this one, what shape is on the top here? Hexagon, and on the bottom is a hexagon. But connecting those hexagons on the sides are rectangles. So that's what happens in all prisms. They're connected by rectangle sides. Yeah. Okay, your phone should be put away. You shouldn't be on Snapchat right now. All right, so I want you to try and find the ones that you think are prisms. So take a look through your papers. Try and organize the ones that you think are prisms. Prisms have two of the same shape, kind of top, bottom, or front, back, and then a bunch of rectangles. There should be 5. Nah. That's close. There's no rectangles on that one. Uh-huh. There should be 5. Am I missing one? There it is. Well, there's... All right, so ones that we should have. This is one of them. Okay, so as we work on this, we're going to be gluing them in as we go. And then we're going to name them. So we have this one. What else do we have? Which one is other one is a prism? What do you got, Abdi? Good. This one is also a prism. So that should be 2 of your 5. Yes, that one. Good, Mustafa. This one is also a prism.
I don't have it. Is it this one too?
Nah, not quite. That one doesn't have rectangles on it. Okay, this one.
What about this one?
Yep, we got that one. Yep, that one. That's on there. One more. Which other one are we missing? This one's kind of challenging. Yes, the triangle one. Okay, so you should have these 5. So go ahead and glue those 5 in. Nope. There's one rectangle, but what are the sides? Triangles. Alright, so you're gluing these 5 in. We are going to write names next to these, so leave a little space for names. Or under them, we'll write their names. Okay, you're gluing these in. Abdi, Lane, get these glued in. You guys need another glue?
I was supposed to do my lessons right now, but my computer's gone.
Okay, so shapes kind of have a first and a last name to them. Prisms do and pyramids do. So prisms, all of their last names, they're in the same family. Their family name is prism. So they're going to have a different first name based on the shapes that they have. This first one, it looks like rectangular, but if you look at the base, what shape is the base? Yeah, all the sides are the same. So this is a square prism. If we take a look at it, this is called a net. A net allows us to take the shape apart. How many squares do we have? 2. And then we have how many sides? 4 rectangular sides. Okay, so this first one is called a square prism. Okay, this one. So find the one that looks like this. If you glued it in a different order, that's fine. Now, square is the only one that we just keep the word square. All the other ones, we're going to turn those words into adjectives to describe. Okay, so for example, in this next one, what shape is our base in this one? Good, trapezoid. Good. So if you need to outline that trapezoid, so we're going to change that word to trapezoidal. It's a goofy word. Trapezoidal. So again, that's the first name, and then the last name is prism, because it's in the prism family. All right, our next one, if I move over to the one that I have here, what's that shape on the top? Pentagon, it's 5 sides. So we have a pentagon on top and a pentagon on bottom, but connected on the sides, if I look only at the side, it's a rectangle. So when I look at the net, if I take this out and I unfold it, I have 2 pentagons and how many rectangles?
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 5, 6.
No, just 5. Because there's 5 sides. So this one is called a pentagonal prism. Yep. Okay. Lang, Abdirman. Too much. Bring it back. Oh, you're not even trying, dude. Lang, you can leave that on the floor. Not Lang, sorry. O'Collar. My bad. Alright, as we take a look at this next one looks really similar to this one. And this one is actually it's a rectangle. Good. So a rectangle base. Yep, rectangular prism. Now in a rectangular prism, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Since all the sides are rectangles, does it really matter which one is the base? No, because everything is a rectangle. So this is a rectangular prism. Okay, and then our last one here. Our base shape, or the top or the bottom. Good, is a triangular prism. Okay, we have triangles, but the 3 sides connecting the triangles are still rectangles. So triangle on top, triangle on bottom, but rectangles connecting. Open it. So 2 triangles, and you're right, this one is a square because it was an equilateral triangle, specifically. All right, so that's our triangular prism. Now, there was one that a couple people picked up and said, is this a prism? And it's close to a prism. It has 2 congruent bases, but there's no rectangles. No, you had it. Just that one. All right, our next type of shape is a cylinder. We're only going to put this one and then we'll go to the next page. If you need to go to the next page now, you can. All right, the next one we have is a cylinder. Cylinder is like a can shape. So everyone find your can, or your soup can, or your pop can shape. Okay, and our cylinder is that we have 2 congruent circle bases. Two congruent circle bases, and then you can go ahead and glue in that cylinder right next to it.
So what is this one?
That one's only 1 circle. Like 2 circles, top and bottom. So there's just 1 cylinder that I printed out today. Yep, just 1. Okay, so as we take a look, this one is a really big cylinder. Okay, so we have a circle on top, and we have a circle on bottom, so 2 circles. And then what's really surrounding this is a curve. So if you look at your glue stick is an example of a cylinder. Okay, there's a circle on top, circle bottom, and then it's connected by round sides. Okay, cylinders are also like your bubbler cans or your pop cans. Okay, or soup cans. Any sort of can, really. All right, go ahead and flip to the next page if you need to. Cylinder. Nope, just cylinder. Okay. All right, going to the next page. All of these are called cylinders. We just have more narrow or wider cylinders or taller cylinders. Next up, we have a pyramid. So I'm going to go to the next page. Next one is pyramid. There's going to be 4 pyramids. Dang, kid. Yep. Nope. Meh.
Just watch. I can find it.
All right, pyramid is one base. So the base shape, there's only one of them this time. With triangle sides. Shh. Joey, Carter. Chill. One base with triangle sides that meet at a vertex. All right, so try and find your pyramids. There should be 4. So you're looking for ones with triangle sides, one base. We aren't going to deal with those today, but yes, there are dodecahedrons. All right, so one of them is this.
Like 12 sides, I think, right?
Okay, we have this. And then we have these 2. So here are your 4. Go ahead and get those glued in. Again, we're going to name them, so leave a little space for their name. Yeah, it's underneath your chair.
Bro, they've been like really attacking my fingers. I don't know what I let them on. If I found you later, you can say it on my own too.
Okay, so as you glue these in, take a look, see, make sure you can find the base. Now, most of us with pyramids, we like to put the base on the bottom. That's not always going to be the case. Okay, relax. Okay, so this one is like like prisms, where there's 2 names. We have a first name and a last name. The first name is what shape is the base. The last name is pyramid. Alright, so the name of the shape, the first name comes from the base. So in this one, what is our base shape? Rectangle. So this is our rectangular pyramid. Okay, Ahmed. Thanks. Okay, again, if you want to just outline that rectangle, you can, so that way you can see that that's the base. Okay, and our only difference between this first one and the second one, what kind of shape is this base? A square. How did we know this one's a square? Good. It has the squares in the corners and all the sides are congruent. So this one is just square pyramid. So if we take a look at that one, that's the one I have an example of, is a square pyramid. So I'm going to zoom out for a second. Okay, so this is a pyramid. It comes to a vertex. It comes to a point. And on one side I have a square. If I take this out, I'm going to have one square and 4 triangles, because the sides are the triangles going up to the top. Okay, so one base and then triangle sides. All right, so as we take a look at this one, what shape? This one's a challenging one. Which shape is the base? This one, it's a triangle. It's kind of goofy because it's all triangles. I don't have one of these. I do have one of these. So this one's a triangular pyramid. Technically, yes. On this one, it could be... Technically, it could be any of them are the base on this one. Okay, so here's my triangular pyramid. Okay, since it's made out of all triangles, any of them can be the base. But then we have the sides. Okay, there's 3 sides because a triangle has how many sides? 3. Okay, and this last one, what's our bottom shape? An octagon. So how many sides?
8.
Good. So how many triangles?
4.
Is it 8? I don't think it's an octagon.
It's 6, like hexagon.
I think it's 6. Yeah, it's a hexagon.
6, 7.
All right, so this one's a hexagonal pyramid.
Cameron.
He just told you to shut up.
Camille,
Exactly.
chill. Hey.
No, I didn't say it. I said listening.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah, like one.
You guys are going to make me scream today. All right, we have 2 left. We have one that's really similar to a pyramid because it comes to a vertex, but it doesn't have any straight edges. Which one is similar to a pyramid but isn't quite?
Cone.
The cone. Good. So a cone, we can look at it, it's kind of like an ice cream cone. Okay. You can put it on its side. Those of you that like biology, the rods and cones, the cones that are in your eyes, it's literally cones. Okay? So I'm going to actually split this down the middle here.
Why?
Because I'm going to put one here and one here because otherwise I ran out of space.
Very smart, very smart.
Pretty smart.
Very smart. Not pretty good.
Alright, so this one is a cone, which means it's a circle base. That connects to a vertex. Okay, if you want to glue in the last 2, we're going to glue in this one here. I'm going to grab a cone real quick because this one's goofy.
Ooh, what a-
Alright, so as we take a look at a cone, it might look like the side is a triangle because if you look at it in a 2-dimensional space, it looks like a triangle. But this triangle's really rounded. It's rounding out. There's no straight sides to it. So it's kind of goofy when you open it. So the bottom's a circle. When you open it, this turns into like almost a half circle.
It's like a shell.
Not quite. It does look a little bit like a shell.
It looks like a fan.
What now did you get?
Don't worry about it.
All right, so last one. What's this called? A sphere. Good. I have really no good description for a sphere other than it's a ball. Okay, but we do have a special word for when it's half. Semicircle is for circle.
Semi-sphere.
We use it in geography. It starts with an H. Hemisphere. Yes, if you're right now, what hemisphere do we live in?
West.
The North Hemisphere, the Northern Hemisphere.
Bless you. Don't look at him like that.
You laughing?
All right, so get those glued in.
ESPN.
What hemisphere do you live in? You guys have never heard.
Do we have work
All right, here's the dealio.
Helium.
Yes, the dealio. Okay, I kind of already talked to you guys about this.